everyone, welcome back to Kick It. Wow, it's been like a month since our last episode. You're probably wondering what I've been doing since then. Well, come on, get to the point, get to the point! Point! Where the bloody hell is that Pikachu? I'm gonna find ya. But anyway, we have a lot to get through, so let's get started with the updates. First off, congratulations to System Shock for getting funded with $1.3 million. This means they had passed stretch goals that will include additional locations, but missed the $3 million Oculus Rift goal. Probably for the best though. I just don't trust Shodan. And while this isn't exactly Kickstarter news, Nintendo recently announced the NES Mini, a tiny NES that has 30 games built in. Kinda like those Atari and Genesis throwback systems. Well, one of the things that stand out for me is the inclusion of an NES Classic controller that you can use with your Wii U. Gee, I wonder what games could work with it. Before we get to the main event, here's a new project that was brought to my attention. A brand new, side-scrolling, retro-styled, point-and-click RPG called Pigsodus. In a pitch video voiced by Honest Trailer Guy, the story tells us about an innocent pig living on a farm, Horace Oinstein. Yep, that's his name, who uncovers the bloody truth about the farm and tries to survive being put on a plate as dinner. The trailer also seems to contain some Home Alone style pranking with your enemy, the farmer. The game also has a demo available for download, which I think is a plus in any Kickstarter pitch. You use the keyboard to move Horace and the mouse to interact. There is a sneaking segment where you are trying to hide from some wolves, but then you bow them by, and I'm being serious here, smashing your hands on the keyboard. The game does look very cute and adorable and is asking for only about $30,000 or about 2 weeks left to go, and you can get the game on PC or Mac for just $15. Last time, I mentioned that We Happy Few was releasing in early access on both PC and Xbox One. Well, it just so happens that the Xbox gives you a 45-minute demo of the game for free. It opens up with the gameplay we saw at E3 before our main character Arthur waking up in a bunker, before embarking out into the desolate world outside of Wellington Wells that is full of downers. I spent the next 45 minutes choking people out, beating them with sticks, getting hurt, looking desperately for first aid and food, and dying. Dying a lot. One of the features that they touted proudly in the pitch was when you died, the world's topography would be reset. Fortunately, permadeath is able to be turned off. I don't use it in Fire Emblem, and I'm not going to be using it here. Can I be honest that I've never really gone the whole food, water, and sleep meters? While I'm wandering around finding that last bit of metal to craft something, I shouldn't be concerned about needing to stay fed, hydrated, and rested. All that really bogs the whole experience for me. I spent a good amount of time trying to get into Wellington Wells, but requiring a power cell. I was basically wandering around till Xbox booted me from the game. While graphically this game does look very nice, and I do have to give special praise to the character Uncle Jack that has featured prominently in the game and advertising, the gameplay, however, is seriously slow, and there definitely needs to be some polishing for the final release later on down the road. One of the most anticipated Kickstarter projects is Playtonic's Yooka Laylee, which is now set for an early 2017 release. But to backers, we finally got a little morsel of the game with the Yooka Laylee Toybox. Essentially, this is a tech demo which shows us some of the core mechanics and platforming of the game, as well as some hidden surprises as well. Some of the main aspects including Laylee's gliding and Yooka's tail whack, and new features like Yooka rolling around while Laylee rides on top. The game itself is its own level where you need to collect 100 note quills, which will unlock a Jiggy Paggy, that's right. Not to mention other things like the Jing Ghost Rider. Oh, God. Sorry. I mean, this thing is just so much like Banjo-Kazooie, it isn't even funny. Plus the humor we've come to expect from these guys. The controls are top notch, and the design of our heroes looks very nice indeed. Just shows what good Unity can do when put in the hands of competent developers. Oh, and one last thing. To jump higher, hold down left trigger and press jump. Just in case you missed it. It's really great seeing a Kickstarter project that is looking like it will meet expectations. I know it's wrong to be acting all optimistic. I mean, we've had our heart broken before. But when you actually play this toy box, you just can't help but feel just this slightest bit of joy. It's like Banjo-Kazooie never left us. Well, folks, that's it for me this week. I'll see you all next time here on Kick It.